Hey guys, welcome back. This is episode number 16. I did take a little bit of time to defeat everyone on Cycling Road. Got our Pokemon up a couple levels, as you can see. And now, before we head down to defeat Koga, which I do plan to do this episode, I want to head to Saffron City first, not to do much there. But there is one thing in particular that I want. Whoa, boy, I'm parched. Huh? I can have this drink? Gee, thanks. Basically, I gave him one of my fresh waters. Glug glug. Gulp. If you want to go to Saffron City, you can go on through. I'll share this with the other guards. Huh, it's like one water bottle and you're sharing between all four of you? That's... You think you could afford your own water bottles at this point. Sylph's latest product. Release to be determined. Wonder why that could be. We'll have to figure that out later on, though. Like I said, Saffron City is a big city, but I'm really only here for one reason. Excuse me, random Team Rocket guy. And I think it's this building here. Yep, Mr. Psychic's house. Any of you who have played this game or the remakes know what I'm here for. Wait, don't say a word. You wanted this. This guy knows. TM29. Good old TM29. And the reason I want that is because we are going to be facing a Poison-type gym, and Poison-type Pokemon are weak to Psychic attacks. And in this game, Psychic is the best Psychic-type attack, so we are going to teach it to our resident Psychic-type, Sia the Execute. And I did teach Sia Seed Bomb in place of Barrage. Or Egg Bomb, not Seed Bomb, sorry. Egg Bomb is a pretty good normal-type attack, does 100 base power, but 75% accuracy. And it can only be learned by Execute, Executor, Chansey, and Mew in this game. So these are all good moves, which I had a lot of use for when I was training up these Pokemon on Cycling Road. But because Leech Seed only saps 1/16 of the enemy's health, and not 1/8 like it does in later games, I'm going to replace that one. So let's go ahead and leave Saffron City, even though we just got here. We will be back, of course. But I do want to defeat Koga first and capture our Toros. And in the remakes, you actually can't use the drinks from the department store. You have to get a special kind of tea from an old lady who I think is in Pokemon Mansion, or not Pokemon Mansion, but Celadon Mansion. Same place you get Eevee from. But it has been a long time since I played this game, so I could be misremembering. Honestly, I kind of think it's weird that you can get to Saffron City so early in the game, where it seems like, just like based on their levels, it seems like the game developers did not intend you to do Saffron City until you had done everything else in this area, Fuchsia City included. But I know since it's right next door, most people do Saffron first and then come down and do Fuchsia later on. We are going to do it a little bit backwards, though. We still can't surf yet until we have the badge. I don't know, have we fought that guy? I think we have. And oddly, Execute cannot learn Mega Drain in this game. Executor can, but we're not going to have one of those for a while yet, because there are a lot of moves I want to teach our Execute. I think we already defeated all of these fishermen when we were training up Adden a bit. Yep, here's the Snorlax, and if you go over here, just to show you guys where we are, there's a house here, and I think one of Professor Oak's aides might be upstairs. Maybe. Oh, yep, I see one. The only way to get to from Cerulean to Lavender is by way of the rock tunnel. Yeah, we did come here before. And I think if I have 30 Pokemon, he gives me like the item finder or something. Yep, exactly. I'm gonna say yes, but I don't think I have. Nope, 20. We're getting there, but not quite yet. And obviously if you go out this side, we are right here. You guys remember this place. Route 11, I'm pretty sure. But today I want to head down Route 15 maybe? Whatever route this is. Let's see if this sign says. Nope. And that'll give us some extra experience, and then we will end at Fuchsia City and take on the Fuchsia City gym. So this guy specializes in electric Pokemon. Must be a guitarist. Or rocker. Right? Yeah, rocker. Which is probably good for me, because as a grass type, Sia will resist electric attacks. Although I don't think Voltorb actually can learn electric attacks by leveling up. Alright, so Psychic will do the most damage, because unlike Egg Bomb, it does get Stab. So let's use that. Sonic Boom will deal 20 points. every time. I don't know how Execute's special stat stacks up against its attack stat, but I imagine its special is higher. I know for Executor, its special stat is significantly higher. And Electrode. Please don't self-destruct. Alright, Sonic Boom is okay. That I can live with. And Electrode is very fast. Obviously way faster than my Pokemon. This could be a tough match. Self-destruct. Oh, that's really unfortunate. I hate that move because it normally destroys both Pokemon, which means you get no experience at all. Well, that is not good. Alright, sorry Execute. Tried to train you up a bit. Let's bring out Adden for now. I might have to revive our Execute. You know what, let's go ahead and just do it right now. I do have some revives, might as well use them. Because level 29, Sia is definitely our weakest Pokemon. And I want to make sure she gets a few more levels under her belt before we challenge the next gym, since the Pokemon there will be at a fairly high level. Alright, there we go. And I talked about this place, I think last episode. It is the Fishing Guru's brother's house. And I do like to fish. And there we go, a Super Rod. Yep, Super Rod, yay, okay. Let's give it one try real quick, just to see what we can catch. And see if it's level 15 or 20. I think probably 15. I seem to recall, now that I think about it, all of the fishing Pokemon in this game being fairly low. And it's a Magikarp, but yeah, level 15. So if you do catch a Pokemon from fishing, you have to train them up quite a bit. And level 15 Magikarp actually learns Tackle, so it can now do some damage. Not much, because its stats are still really bad, but better than a Splash, I guess. Alright, not much XP from that. Hopefully the next trainer battle goes a little bit better. I think we have Cut still. Let's see. We do. Who is this guy? You never know what you could catch. Is he a fisherman? I hope he's a fisherman with lots of tentacle. Because Execute does not know any grass attacks. Magikarp. But Psychic would be super effective against Tentacool. Magikarp is faster. Interesting. But Execute is a pretty slow Pokemon, and Magikarp, of all its stats, speed is definitely the best one. And another Magikarp, so not a lot of XP from these guys. I don't know why he's using Splash, he clearly knows Tackle. And I think at level 30, Magikarp can actually learn Flail as well. So if you want a Gyarados to know Flail, you have to wait quite a while before letting it evolve. Lost it. Alright. I also don't want to spend too long on this route because, oh, the bush respawned. That's interesting. Because my uncle is flying in from Florida today, and I am on airport duty. So, in about 25 minutes or so, we're expecting him to call, and I gotta go pick him up, so hopefully this won't be a super long episode. Alright, Nidoran, that's perfect. Because Nidoran, of course, is Psychic type. Is Poison type, which means that a Psychic move will be super effective against it. This should be a one-shot. Yep. Good job, Sia. Level 30. Very nice. All of our Pokemon are now in the 30s. Not sure if this will be a one-shot, but it'll at least do a lot of damage. Wouldn't surprise me either way. It was. That's awesome. It's a good sign for the upcoming gym as well. Ow! Yeah, he did get defeated pretty resoundingly there. There's a field here, but I don't think there are any trainers in here. Yeah, I'm not sure what you can catch in this field that's so interesting, but hopefully something good. Maybe like Venonats or something, but you could catch those elsewhere as well. I'm going to try to avoid some of these trainers just because I don't want it to take too long. I want to make sure we have enough time for the gym. And this guy is a bird keeper. That's not good. because our first Pokemon is a grass type. He's got a Pidgey. Haven't seen one of those in a while. You know what? Let's give it a shot, because Pidgey might try to use like some normal attacks maybe, or sand attack. So we're going to use a Reflect to reduce the damage we take from physical attacks. And let's use an Egg Bomb and see how much that does to Pidgey. Decent amount. One more Egg Bomb should finish it off. The trick is going to be making it hit, because we have like 3 sand attacks on us now. Come on, Sia, you can do it. Aim true. Oh, we're down to our last Egg Bomb. Might have to use some Psychics. Nope. Alright, good job. A grass Pokemon beating a flying type. Would you imagine that? Now, Pidgeotto is going to be a little tougher. I could go for Hypnosis, but it only has a 60% chance of hitting. So let's just go for Psychic. Thankfully, Gust in this generation is a normal type attack, and it's not yet a flying type. Otherwise, it would have been super effective. Whirlwind. Okay, good. That doesn't work the way it does in later games, where it forces the trainer to switch Pokemon. Alright, that actually went surprisingly well. My bird combo lost? Yes, it did. And the reason I had a feeling it would is because I don't think Pidgeotto and Pidgey can learn any flying attacks until they learn Wing Attack. And I'm not sure his were at a high enough level to know Wing Attack quite yet. Otherwise, I would have just switched to Adden and used some Thunderbolts. Another kid reference. Everybody underestimates this kid. Although I guess she's a kid too. Alright, once again we are facing a Pidgey. Let's go for Reflect. This could be a long battle. Alright, critical hit. That was a decent opening move on Pidgey's part. We are down to 3 Psychics, so I might have to switch. I did use one of my Ethers while training, because I got tired of running back to restore the power points of Egg Bomb. Bite. But I'm going to try not to use the other one quite yet. And of course, Bite would be super effective in later games, but not in this game. Oh, really? It has like 1 HP left. Well. We'll have to defeat Meowth with this Psychic attack, and then I'll switch to a different Pokemon after she brings out her third. Rat. Oh, that's a shame, too. These would be easy Pokemon for Execute to beat. Alright, Adden, you're the next lowest, so you are up. Quick attack. And I prefer using Thunderbolt to Surf just because Thunderbolt has a very small chance to paralyze them, so it's technically a little better, all else being equal. Hey, a Pikachu. But it will not be better against Pikachu, so let's use Surf. Now Surf and Thunderbolt both have base 95 power, whereas Swift has base 60, but I don't know if Dragonair's attack stat is so much better than its special stat that Swift would do more damage. I don't think so, but I should probably check. In fact, let's do that right now. Nope, not switch. Actually, yeah, I guess we should switch. Yeah, attack is better, but only by 6 points. So, Thunderbolt and Surf will do more damage. Alright, I am going to try to avoid as many other trainers as I can here. And I'll come back and defeat them off screen. Nice little maze here. I've always enjoyed this route. I don't think we can actually go this way. No, I think this is a dead end, I seem to recall. I think the trick to the maze is going up here. And we might have to face this guy. Let's see. Nope, we don't. Alright. In that case, we won't. Normally I would probably face a couple more trainers here on camera. But I really want to make sure we have enough time to defeat the gym today. So let's sneak behind these guys. I think there's some more trainers in another field in here. And I do remember in the second generation, and maybe in the remakes as well, that field up there is where you catch Chansey at. because that's where I spent all that time trying to get the lucky egg. And down over that hedge, there's a bunch more trainers, some grass. I think they're like school teachers and youngsters, like her students, which is kind of a cool theme. So a lot of trainers on these routes, which I really like. The newer games just don't seem to have as many trainers around, unfortunately. And Rage, it's an okay move. It does more... Actually, it increases your attack, I think, every time you use it. But, not the best move ever. And I think we have another 8 up here, who gives you the experience share if you have 50 Pokemon. Yep, I was right, but nope, I'm only at 20, as the other aide kindly pointed out. Oh, experience all in this one, not experience share. A small island, could that be Cinnabar? Again, it's pointing the wrong way, but... And a bright shining bird is flying towards the sea. Articuno. That's cool they show a picture. I wasn't sure if it was Zapdos or Articuno, but now we know. My favorite of the 3 legendary birds, even though it has a lot of weaknesses. Zapdos is definitely the best, like, competitively, but I've always thought Articuno was the coolest. Alright guys, we are back here in Saffron City once again. What's in here? We never went inside this building. I think this is like the Safari Zone, like, headquarters. Yeah, like the office building. Slowpoke is very knowledgeable about Pokemon. Is Slowpoke a person, I guess? Oh, we nicknamed the Warden Slowpoke. He and Slowpoke both look vacant. Aw. Slowpoke came in, but I couldn't understand him. I think he's got a speech problem. Nope, I think he just lost his teeth. So that's cool. This building doesn't really serve much of a purpose, but it's nice that they put it in there anyway. Gives the world a little more flavor. Alright, we're gonna walk around here. I also defeated the bird keepers over in that field to the west of the city. And if I'm not mistaken, I think there are some like jugglers in this gym as well that use psychic Pokemon. So we'll probably need to be careful because Execute will not have as much of an advantage against them as it would against the ones with poison type Pokemon. But alright guys, here we go. Fuchsia City Gym. Yo, champion making! Fuchsia Gym is riddled with invisible walls. Koga might appear close, but he's blocked off. You have to find gaps in the walls to reach him. You can actually see the walls pretty well. They're not that invisible. I think in the original game, they were a little harder to see, maybe just on the smaller screen. But, yeah, it's actually pretty easy to see them right now. Alright, I have the feeling this guy might actually be one of those jugglers. Maybe they're all jugglers? I don't know. But, hopefully at least some of them use poison types. Yeah, jugglers tend to use, I think, Drowsy, Hypno, and maybe Mr. Mime. Alright, so I'm not sure how Drowsy's special stat and defense stat compare. So let's just use Thunderbolt. That didn't do much. Oh, and it switched. Interesting. Jugglers are one of the few trainer classes that tend to switch their Pokemon out. So I'm going to use Swift now, because it is a physical attack, and I know Kadabra has a very weak defense stat. Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Psybeam, however, is a very powerful Psychic-type move. Did a lot of damage there. Alright, but Adden is now 35. Go Adden, and trying to learn Slam. I think I already deleted Slam for Swift. So we are not going to relearn Slam, no. And Drowsy is back. Well, Thunderbolt didn't do much, so let's try Swift. Yeah, Swift did more, so it seems like Drowsy's defense is lower than its special. I'm glad that Poison Gas attack missed, because I did not want to be poisoned. Interesting that Drowsy can learn Smog. I actually hadn't remembered that. You had me fooled. Alright, so the guys with those haircuts seem to be jugglers. Strength isn't the key for Pokemon, it's strategy. I'll show you how strategy can beat brute strength. Well, you're welcome to give it a shot, and we'll see what happens. He has a Hypno. It is weird how like the trainers in the gym don't always use the same type. That's something else that was kind of just in the earlier games. Like, even though they're in a Poison-type gym, all these jugglers use Psychic Pokemon. And when we get to Sabrina's gym, a lot of her users are channelers that use ghost types. That's probably going to be the end for Adden. Even though Alakazam is a more powerful line overall than Drowsy Hypno, I think Drowsy and Hypno kind of max out first. Alright, let's give it a try, because Sia is Psychic, so she will resist their Psychic attacks. And let's go for the Hypnosis. Ah, Poison Gas, that's not good. Alright, I am poisoned, but he is asleep, so that probably works in my favor. And obviously, our Psychic is not very effective either, so let's go with Egg Bomb. And of course it missed. Take 2. Oh, I woke up already. The good news is, waking up takes a turn in this generation. That's a crit, wow. This Hypno is pretty tough. It is level 38 though, so that makes sense. Definitely going to be a tough fight. I hope I say that had to be a crit. That did a ton of damage. Alright, hopefully this sleep lasts longer, because that's going to be our only choice, our only chance of winning this. Oh, I woke up again! Come on, get a crit. We need a crit. No. Did not get one. Maybe it'll use Poison Gas again, or Disable, Headbutt. That's not good. Yep, alright, good try, Sia. See, even the gym trainers here are challenging. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to use some of our high-level Pokemon. I should have used Dig there for this gym. But I do want to get some experience for these guys. So as you can tell, we are underleveled. Which makes things interesting, but also makes things difficult. What? Extraordinary. Alright, luckily the Pokemon Center is right next door, so I'm not going to pause the recording, just going to run over here real quick and heal up our Pokemon. I got about 12 minutes until my uncle's flight is expected to arrive, so hopefully that'll be enough time to defeat Koga. Otherwise, I will have to split the video. And I guess this guy's another juggler, so let's keep out Dragonair, I guess. Hopefully there are some poison users here. Maybe some Tamers or something? I'm not really sure who they would be. Or some Huels? I don't know. Almost seems like they messed up the gym trainers in these gyms as well and had them flipped, but I don't think so. It's not like Sabrina's gym users use poison types. I mean, the ghost types are poison types, but they're not mainly poison types. I'm not sure 2 Swifts will be enough. Yep, guess I was wrong. Another Drowsy. Hopefully 2 Swifts will be enough to finish this one as well. And hopefully Poison Gas will miss again. Disable. Don't disable Swift. Don't disable Swift. Ah, Swift. Of course. Alright, that help. Disabled no more. Well, that'll be good for the next Drowsy at least. Withdrew Drowsy. Interesting. Poured out Kadabra instead. And withdrew Kadabra. This guy cannot make up his mind. Strategy is well and good and all. And switching is definitely a key part of strategy in competitive Pokemon, but that was not necessarily the time you want to be switching. Kadabra is also very fast, which is probably the reason it got that critical hit there. Right, not quite a one-hit KO. He's still switching Pokemon, which is fine by me, because that gives me a lot of free turns to attack. So I will take it. Adding some more XP. I wonder if that'll be a level up. Nope, not quite. Maybe this Kadabra, if I can defeat it. Disable. That's okay. Surf. Good. Perfect. Alright, clean sweep. Juggler has been defeated. And I think both Dragonair and Execute get XP at a slow rate. Or level up at a slow rate. I should use a fresh water to heal up. And I guess these guys are all jugglers. Ninjas have a long history of using animals. Interesting. A tamer, okay, so there are tamers here. And he has poison types. Interesting. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to switch in Oddish here, which I know is weird. But essentially this gives me a free switch in. And Glare is a pretty good attack that paralyzes your Pokemon. I'm going to try to get a little bit of damage on it just to make things easier once I bring in Sia. But I do want Sia to get some XP, and this is definitely in her favor. Unfortunately, the sprites for the Tamers and the Jugglers are the exact same thing, so it's hard to tell which is which. You might just have to guess. Alright, let's use Reflect. That'll make its moves do half as much damage. Oh, did I just flinch there? I guess I did. And now I'm paralyzed. That's not good. But I think 1 or 2 Psychic should be enough. Maybe 1 Psychic. Fully paralyzed. On the bright side, I can't be poisoned, because I'm paralyzed. Oh my god, 3 fully paralyzed in a row. That is some bad luck there. Finally. Good job, Sia. Not quite a 1-hit KO. Not going to risk Egg Bomb just because it might miss. Fully paralyzed again. Wow, are we actually going to lose this matchup? We are. That is really, really unfortunate. Because I brought Sia in specifically because of the favorability against this Arbok, but got to give it to him. His strategy paid off. That flinching and the paralysis. It worked. On the bright side, Adden is getting some XP, so as long as somebody gets it, doesn't matter who. And a Sand Slash. Surf, of course, is super effective against a Ground-type Pokemon like Sand Slash. Still not quite a 1-hit KO. If we had one more level, it would have been. And Slash is a high crit chance move, which basically means it pretty much always crits. And one more Arbok. Hopefully we can defeat this one with Adden as well. If not, I'll bring out Sin the Growlithe. Glare. I think Glare actually can't miss, or, you know, unless you use like Sand Attack or something. Fully paralyzed again. Again, is it like not a quarter chance in Gen 1? Is it based on speed or something weird like that? Because, I've definitely been paralyzed way more than 1 in 4 times. And it's cost me 2 Pokemon now. Alright, Sin, you're up. Now, Dig is super effective. Let's use it just to play it safe. I think Bite would probably defeat it, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Alright. So it is looking like I might have to finish this gym after I pick up my uncle. Kind of a shame, because I was really looking forward to defeating him this afternoon, but we're going to give it a shot. Maybe his plane will be delayed or something. The last I heard it was actually coming in early, so suppose we'll see. Alright, so I guess these guys look the same, right? Yeah, pretty much. So I'm going to put up Sia in the start, hoping that we get a another Juggler. I'm sorry, another Tamer, rather. Master Koga comes from a long line of ninjas. What did you descend from? Irish people. Well, and English and German, I think. Of course, it's a Juggler. I guess we could probably do okay here. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Headbutt. Maybe I should have used Reflect. And I flinched. We'll see how much Egg Bomb does. Not a lot. Alright, let's switch Pokemon then. I'm just going to bring in Adden to save time. And he switched as well. Hey Hypno, how's it going? That did not do very much damage. Hypno is definitely a very strong Pokemon at this stage in the game. And it's not a bad Pokemon overall. It's just not as fun to use as Alakazam in my opinion. It's slower, it's got lower special stat. It does have better defenses though. So there is that. And I'm confused. Wow, all these task conditions. This is not my day. Alright, our luck has turned. We got a crit. Not sure if we needed it, but hey, every bit helps. Alright, and less lucky there. Jeez. Alright, there we go. I might try to beat... I think there's like 2 more trainers. Okay, fully paralyzed. At last our day has come. Hypno is fully paralyzed, even better. Can we get a crit? That'd be great. Not quite. Can we get a fully paralyzed? Okay, disable, I'll take that. That's fine. Wasn't going to use agility anyway. And I'm confused and disabled no more. There's a weird bug too, where sometimes the raindrops from Surf don't appear. Not sure why that is, but it's kind of weird. Drop my balls. Because he's a juggler, is what that meant. Alright, let's go ahead and use some fresh water. Because I don't want to go back to the Pokemon Center, even though I probably should. And there might only be one more trainer. This guy up here. So yeah, let's defeat him. Hopefully another tamer. And then we will take on Koga. Stop right there! Our invisible walls have you frustrated? No, not really. Because they're actually not that invisible. Alright. Sandslash, of course. They tend to use Sandslash and Arbok and their unevolved forms, which are both version-exclusive Pokemon. Poison Sting is super effective, because I'm Grass type. But at least I didn't get poisoned. Should I try Hypnosis? Nah, I'm not going to risk it. 60 accuracy is just not quite enough for me to feel comfortable trying to put Sandslash to sleep. It's Special Fell, that's really good. It doesn't have any special attacks, but that does mean my other Psychics will do more damage now. As you can see. And one more should finish off this Sandslash and get Sia a decent amount of XP. And I'm guessing his second one's going to be Arbok. I'd bet even a little bit of money on it. Could be something random, but nope, I was right. And now that I have the Reflect up, I have Psychic Attack, I'm not paralyzed yet. This is going to be an uphill battle for Tamer and his Arbok. He could flinch me here, though. But he did not, and that is going to be his end. Alright, that is that. Whoa, he's got it. I have not received the text yet, so maybe we will have time after all. Real quick, let's go to the gym, or to the Pokemon Center. Heal up one last time. And then it's time to take on Koga. Which I'm actually expecting to be a pretty tough battle. He only has 4 Pokemon, but they are fairly high level. So we'll see how this goes. I would be very surprised if I didn't have to use either Nidoqueen or Blastoise, but I think we'll be okay because we have 5 Pokemon, all of which are strong in their own way. Like Dragonair is now level 36, which is pretty high. It has some really good attacks. And then Execute and Growlithe are both low as far as level goes, but they have Psychic and Dig, which are super effective against Koga's poison types. So you can see the invisible walls there. We're going to navigate them pretty easily. And alright. Is Execute up front? Yes, perfect. Let's take on Koga, the Ninja Master. Fwahaha! A mere child like you dares to challenge me! Very well, I shall show you true terror as a Ninja Master. You shall feel the despair of poison and sleep techniques. I don't know if his Pokemon actually do put you to sleep. They do poison you. You really should use like a Parasect or an Arbok or something for some extra stats conditions. Alright, there's the good old gym music. Let's use Reflect. Because hopefully Sia's going to be alive a while. Sludge, that's super effective, so that's not good. But at least this damage will be halved by the Reflect. Oh, and we're poisoned. Wow, once again, not off to a great start. And because this Coughing is a high level, it might survive this. It did. Alright, let's see if we can get off one more Psychic, though. Smog, I'm not already poisoned, so that's good. Used X attack, interesting. Probably should have used that off the bat, though, because at that point it was pretty much a waste of a turn. And Muck, his second Pokemon, level 39. Muck is faster and super effective again. So we are super effective against each other, but it got the crit. I kind of think I might have survived that if it wasn't a critical hit. But that's okay, at least we got one Pokemon down. So we have each lost one. I'm going to use Reflect with Sin as well. Maybe I should have gone right for Dig. Oh, Minimize, that's annoying. That's really, really annoying. Because Minimize, I believe, increases your evasiveness by 2 stages. And if Koga wins this, it's going to be by luck. There's a reason that Minimize and all evasive moves are actually banned from competitive play. See, now that's a better time to use X Attack. Because now Muck is hard to hit and does more damage. Alright, we got off one good hit. Hopefully, we can hit another time with Dig, and hopefully it'll be just enough to finish it. Come on, Sin. Yes! Okay, good job. All his strategy did not pay off there. Another coughing? Hey, we have 100 HP exactly. That's pretty cool. And that was definitely a good turn to use X Attack on, because otherwise he would just miss with whatever move he used. Although Smog doesn't do much damage, no matter what your attack is. I'm going to stick with Dig just to be safe. I think Bite would defeat it, but not sure. This guy has a lot of X attacks. I didn't remember him having all these items. And Weezing, there it is, Koga's best Pokemon, level 43. So this could be tough, but we do have 4 Pokemon left, so we're actually doing better than I thought. And there's Toxic, Koga's signature move. Badly Poisoned. Again, another mechanic that they specially programmed into this game, even though it was so early on. And basically, Toxic starts with 1/16 of your health instead of 1/8 like regular Poison, but then it doubles or increases by 1/16, I think, every turn. I'm not sure if it doubles or if it just increases steadily. It might just increase steadily. X Attack, and that was not a good turn to use it, because I am now going to use Dig, and I am safe from Weezing's X Attack. Self-destruct. Wow, okay, so one... Why would you use self-destruct on your last Pokemon? Like, there's no way you can win the battle at that point. But I'm glad he did, because I was underground, which means Sin is now safe and gets a lot of free XP. And that is the end of Koga. Humph! You have proven your worth. Here, take the Soul Badge. So I guess we weren't really underleveled after all. Now that you have the Soul Badge, the defense of your Pokemon increases. It also lets you surf outside of battle. Yay! Ah, take this too. Can't receive TM06. TM06 contains Toxic. It is a secret technique over 400 years old. When afflicted by Toxic, Pokemon suffer more and more as battle progresses. It will surely terrorize foes. And Toxic is one of those TMs that every Pokemon can learn except those who don't learn any TMs. So, alright guys, that's it. 5 gyms down, 3 more to go. We still have a lot of cool adventures yet to come. So, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I do want to capture Toros before I train up against the route over to the right there, whatever that's called, to the east. So what I'm going to do is pick up my uncle right now from the airport, because I'm sure he's going to text me at any moment now. But after I come back for that, I am going to catch our Toros, and I will splice that into the video right here. Alright, so it turns out that catching Toros was a much more difficult and time-consuming task than I had anticipated. So because of that, I'm actually going to dedicate a separate episode to it. And if you're interested in seeing that, then stay tuned for episode 17. Otherwise, I guess I will see you in episode 18, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so hopefully you guys stay tuned.